Headmistress coming at you, reporting for duty.
Dude, we have the Chunky Lemons.
Subscribe crossover.
Dude,
biggest anticipated crossover of the year.
Dude, link in description below to his channel. Maybe not. Next we got Ant.
Hi, I'm Ant.
Yes, our resident Pokemon expert who was on the 2 previous Pokemon videos. I don't know how loud my voice is right now.
Disclaimer: I'm not an expert, but I'm better than these two goons, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, good one.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Hey, you want to explain what we're doing here today?
If you don't mind, yeah, I will.
Absolutely.
So, right off the bat, we're gonna, just do a quick little, fun little Pokemon video. So today, what we're gonna do real quick, Ethan and I and Nick have devised not a foolproof rain team. Fuck, sorry. I went to go and move it so I could see what I was looking at. I'm really just a menace. All right, rain team, to help you guys give you an idea on how to build your own rain team, just what your thought process should be when constructing a rain team, if not any other weather team, but we will be focusing on a rain team. And then after I give you guys the rundown, we'll hop into a battle and I'll demonstrate it, or we'll demonstrate it. And then after that, if we have enough time, we'll even do a couple extra, bonus, tutorials on some of our favorite Pokemon, just for your entertainment and perhaps education. So right off the bat, let's jump right into it. The core of this team is Pelipper, because Pelipper gets the ability Drizzle, and for those of you that don't know this ability, on Switch In, this Pokemon summons Rain Dance. Rain Dance summons the weather condition Rain. For 5 turns, the rain is on the battlefield. What that does is essentially water-type moves are stronger and fire-type moves are weaker. It lasts for 5 turns, and it is probably one of the strongest weather conditions because there are a lot of Pokemon that benefit from it, and we'll get into that a little bit later. The Damp Rock for Pelipper's item. Holder's use of Rain Dance lasts 8 turns instead of 5. So this works really well with Drizzle because we summon Rain Dance automatically on Switch In, and instead of 5 turns, it lasts 8. So those 3 extra turns are crucial. It makes the weather condition feel like forever. 8 full turns of having a power-up like this, you could argue a team-wide power-up is really potent. For our moves, we are going to run Hydro Pump, Hurricane, U-Turn, and Defog. So now, Defog I definitely recommend using on Pelipper because entry hazards are really strong, but you can totally use this slot for a move of your choice. Pelipper gets cool moves. For example, you can run Blizzard or Ice Beam. You could also run Roost. Same thing for Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump is a little controversial because it has a low accuracy. So instead of Hydro Pump, you could totally run, Scald or Surf or something. I definitely recommend running Hurricane because in the rain, if you didn't know, Hurricane cannot miss. So this scary looking 70% accuracy is actually 100%. Before we get into the stats, I'll also mention U-Turn. U-Turn is a really strong move, I feel like, on slower Pokemon and slightly bulkier Pokemon like Pelipper, because it allows you to scout the enemy really well and then get a free switch into your next Pokemon. This is very strong in the current Pokemon meta. A good example that Ethan had mentioned is what if, for example, an Electrotype or Jolteon comes in at you, you gotta switch. So you can switch, or say a Pokemon that Pelipper cannot really do anything well against, such as another Water type, you can totally just tank a hit, U-turn, and then you get your free switch into a Pokemon of your choice.
Now, Ant.
Yes, sir.
Viewers would like to know, is it important what gender the Pelipper is?
No, it's not. It could be whatever.
I believe having it female gives you a slight boost in power.
You know what, Nick? I think you're right. I'm not entirely familiar with that level of tech, but I'll take your word. I'll take your word for it.
I'll let you do the basic stuff. I'll fill you in with the
Thank you.
advanced tech.
Yeah, definitely fill me in. We're also gonna make Pelipper shiny because he's green.
Ooh.
Okay.
Moving on to Swampert. Sorry. So I immediately we threw Swampert on as the very next Pokemon because of its synergy with Pelipper. So Swampert's tanky. He's also a ground type. An experienced player will know that Pelipper does not like to take an electric type attack.
Really?
Really. So,
Experienced.
Would you say it's super effective?
I would say I'd go as far as to say it's 4 times super
Quadruple effective? Wow.
So,
That's a big number.
electric types are a pretty decent weakness on this team. Bringing in Swampert as a water and ground type, he benefits from the rain as a water type and also brings an immunity to electric types, which is crucial for a rain team specifically. I know I mentioned talking about other weather teams. Usually, on weather teams, you're gonna be bringing a lot of Pokemon that are the same type, which obviously will leave a nice big weakness on the team, and that's no good for a competitive team. So usually you want to make sure you bring in a Pokemon that it doesn't necessarily, like for example Garchomp, doesn't necessarily benefit from the weather that you're putting up, but it helps the rest of the team. It allows you to have some immunities to the bigger weaknesses on the team. That's what Swampert does. He's the best of both worlds. He benefits from the rain and also is immune to electric. So Swampert in this generation got the new move Flip Turn. This is essentially like U-turn or Volt Switch. It's a pivoting move, and the user switches out after damaging the target. So in the rain, water type moves are going to do more damage. It also gets Stab, because Swampert is a water type. So this is a great move to come in, take an electric type hit, and then when the enemy switches out to counter Swampert, you Flip Turn on their switch and then bring in another Pokemon. On top of that, we're going to run Earthquake because it is a fantastic stab move on any ground type Pokemon. We're going to run Liquidation for more water type stab, a little bit more power than Flip Turn, so in case you want to commit and keep Swampert in, you can give him a stronger water type move. Also has a 20% chance to lower the target's defense by 1, so that could come in clutch for you. Lastly, this is another slot that you can run whatever you like in, Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock, like I said, entry hazards are really, really strong in Pokemon. They essentially punish. So switching is very safe. So Stealth Rocks and other entry hazards punish the opponent for switching. Now, if you don't want to run Stealth Rock or you don't want to run any other, I highly recommend keeping Flip Turn on. But say you don't want to run Liquidation, you can. I would opt that you go for Protect. Protect is a really solid move on Swampert. On this set specifically, because Swampert has no form of like active or passive recovery, except for the leftovers. So using Protect, scouting out a move, and gaining that extra 1/16 of your health for free is pretty big as well. His ability, I think we're actually going to run Damp. Damp is a little bit of a better ability for a defensive Pokemon, a defensive set, which is what we're running here. It prevents Explosion, Mind Blown, Self-Destruct, anything that, after you knock out a Pokemon would knock you out. Explosion is a decently common move as well, so it'd be nice. It's one of those things that'll come in clutch just in case. Like I mentioned, the leftovers. This is a pretty important item for Swampert. It allows you to heal up every turn a little bit. And now for the stats, we're gonna run a mixed set here. If you like, you can opt to go for a bulkier physical sweeper and just invest everything into your attack. But then I feel like we lose a little bit of presence, a little bit of bulkiness, a little bit of general defensiveness on this team. It's nice to have at least one Pokemon that you can safely switch into a hit that it wouldn't necessarily be safe to switch any other Pokemon into. So we're going to keep the defenses nice and even. 84 in the defense with the Impish nature, and then 172 in the special defense to even you out on the defenses. And that's it for Swampert. Swampert, like I said, he's going to be the guy that you're going to want to switch into any electric type move or any other move that would be unsafe to switch in any other Pokemon to. And then Flip Turn out. Speaking of Flip Turn, we're going to also run...
Hold on, man, just a minute. For the advanced tech for Swampert.
Alright, advanced tech for Swampert.
Now go back to the stats, the EVs, if you will.
I will.
Now, this build, it's kind of cute, right? It's a little bit elementary. Here's what I would change here. Personally, you don't need 252 health. I would put 251, right?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, 251.
It's okay. And you know what you can do with that extra point is you can put it in special attack, right? And you think, why would I do that if I'm not even using special attack type moves?
Okay.
Well, they're not going to expect it. And this, the element of surprise is the most powerful thing you could have.
You know what, Nick? You're right. The element of surprise is very good. Unpredictability is a really strong really strong to have on your side. However, the one thing you didn't know about EVs is that EVs add 1 stat point to your stats every 4 EVs. So just adding 1 EV to a stat isn't actually going to do anything.
Well, that's what makes it even more unexpected and
Fair.
Crazy.
Valid point.
Because not only are you not even boosting your stat, if the enemy sees this build, if you show them in the DMs after this game, they're gonna be like, "Bro, kill yourself."
All right, I'll humor that idea. We will run 251 in the HP stat, and we'll leave that 1 extra EV in special attack.
Thank you. I'm glad you're seeing it. It's something only if like you're a world champion like me. Well, I came in like 3,000th place, but it's like
no.
Yeah, same thing.
Definitely.
Okay.
All right, great. So hopefully, viewers, you learned maybe something about EVs that you didn't already know. Just in case you were looking to really min-max your EVs, make sure you go by 4s because the EVs, your stats won't change if you only have like 2 or 3. It goes up 1 stat point for every 4 EVs, unless you put 1 in the stat that you're not using.
What's the next Pokemon?
The next Pokemon is Barraskewda. All right. Now this is we're gonna have another pivot, another pivoting Pokemon. Pivoting, I feel like, is a very strong tactic in Pokemon. It just brings an extra layer to the mix-up of switching. Who's he gonna switch to? Is he gonna switch? And also provides you with some more safety. Barraskewda is a Pokemon that works well in the rain because it hits like a truck and also gets flip turn like we mentioned Swampert has. So it's gonna do so much damage, and then it's also really fast because of its ability. First because of its natural speed and its ability Swift Swim. We'll start here at the ability. I definitely recommend Swift Swim because it's really your only option to use on Barraskewda because its hit ability Propeller Tail is only marginally useful in double battles anyway. It has no use in single battles. For its moves, we're gonna run Flip Turn. It's a pivot and it's a water type move. It hits physically. It just works very well with Barraskewda. It allows you to come in, slap the opponent really hard, and then book it, and then switch to another Pokemon. Pretty safe. Similar to Swampert, he's also going to run Liquidation in the event that you want to commit and stay in, and then really try and go for the knockout. 85 power. Again, 20% chance to lower the target's defense. This will net you a lot of kills if you landed on the right Pokemon. For some coverage, we're just going to throw in some Ice Fang in the event that you run into a Grass type or a Dragon type, Dragon Flying, Dragon Ground. Those are also really common types. Also has a chance to flinch. Just a low chance to flinch, low chance to freeze. It's pretty fun. And then lastly, we're going to run Psychic Fangs. So Psychic Fangs, the effect is not too useful. You will run into screens a decent amount, but we only want it for the Psychic type coverage, and it's also physical, has decent base power. We're going to run this for the sole purpose of countering this Pokemon here called Toxapex. Toxapex, it's going to be one of the biggest problems for you using a rain team specifically because it resists your water type stab and is also a ridiculous tank. So because it's a poison type, Psychic Fangs on Barraskewda is going to totally put it'll at least make your opponent not want to bring in Toxapex to Barraskewda all the time because he'll have to worry about the Psychic Fangs. For the item, we're going to run a Choice Band because I feel like Barraskewda is a one-trick pony. It's really fast and has really high attack, and that's it. It's a glass cannon. So sticking the Choice Band on is going to really bump up our attack stat to ridiculous levels. You're going to be able to come in, Flip Turn, Liquidation, and just totally shred the enemy's team. One thing to know about the Choice Band, it raises your attack by 1.5, but you can only select the first move, and that's it. So the first move you use is the first move you're only going to be able to use until you switch it back out and then bring it back in. So just keep that in mind when playing. Usually when you use the Choice Band or any other choice item, you have to pick, really make sure you pick the correct move because, if somebody switches into the move that you use, that they resist, you'll be in a bad situation. That doesn't matter with Barraskewda because you can just safely Flip Turn on anything and really hurt it. for the stats, Barraskewda is really fast, and also has the ability Swift Swim, which doubles your speed in the rain. So that's a speed of 371 times 2, with just 252 EVs in it, uninvested in the speed ability, right? I feel like there's no real need to put an ability that boosts your speed. You are fast enough. It is much more is much better to put the ability into the attack.
The nature.
Sorry, the nature. Thank you. Totally, just go full crazy with the attack stat, and you will succeed with Barraskewda.
Another high tech.
Yes, another high tech, please. Enlighten me.
Now, I know you're anxious to know what it is. Now, he put the choice span on here for the 1.5 times attack power, right?
Right.
Here's what you didn't know. You talked about Toxapex being a problem, right?
Right.
It's a really big problem for this team. So, what you can do instead of that is put a Toxic Orb on. And what that does is not only, like, can you not be poisoned by Toxapex? Because you're already poisoning yourself, right?
Okay.
It's like, got him, dumbass. But also, you're just a toxic player too. You let them know what's up. It's the best BM.
All right.
Could ever put on.
If you're looking to really BM the opponent, sure, you can throw the Toxic Orb on Barraskewda, but
Getting knows what BM means.
It means all right, bad manners, bowel movement.
If you want to be toxic.
Viewers, I implore you to please use the choice band on Barraskewda, but if you did want to be really toxic, sure, you could throw on the choice specs. It just raises your special attack instead, you know?
Nah, it's not the same. It doesn't count or you can't be poisoned.
They won't expect it though. You have a special attack boosting item with no special move.
That is true.
That's a good alternative. Only if you know the opponent is also mentally challenged.
Yes.
Like the 3 idiots making this video.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Okay.
We're gonna go to Garchomp. When Ethan and I and Nick were sitting down devising this team, we were like, all right, we want another Pokemon that can take electric type hits for us because Pelipper and Barraskewda don't like electric types at all. So we were kind of just like, why not Garchomp? Just slap Garchomp on, it'll work. And it's true. This is a pretty generic Garchomp set. You've just got some speed and some attack, Swords Dance, and you come in, maybe you get a revenge kill, maybe set up, and then Bob's your uncle. You're kind of sweeping.
Bob's my dad.
Yeah.
Bob's not my uncle, he's my dad.
He's my dad too. All right, we'll start with his ability, Rough Skin. So Garchomp doesn't have too many varying abilities. You can only really run the one ability, Rough Skin, and that's because Sand Veil is actually banned. You're not allowed to use this ability, and even if it was allowed in this particular team, it wouldn't work because it only works during the Sandstorm, which is a different weather team or a different weather condition. So we're gonna run the hidden ability, Rough Skin. Any Pokemon making contact with Garchomp loses 1/8 of their max HP. Now with Rough Skin, this ability is it's useful on Garchomp because if they just want to hit you with a physical attack, you're not going to be the tankiest Pokemon in the world, but you'll be able to take it and take off 1/8 of their health, which can help you net a kill, which is what you're going for with Garchomp, right?
Also, you kind of don't have another choice. If you choose you can't choose Sand.
Yeah, you can't choose Sandville. So you'll be able to get some use out of Rough Skin.
It's better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. For his moves, we're going to just start with Swords Dance. So Swords Dance, if you can get this set up, Garchomp becomes a menace. He's got a whopping attack of 359. So you'll have over a 700 attack stat with a pretty decent speed tier. I'd even go as far as to say a good speed tier. And you'll just be able to just run people over with Earthquake and Outrage. So similar to Swampert, Earthquake is just, good stab. Earthquake is a fantastic move. Help you net kills, or at least scare away electric types. And then we're going to run Iron Head for coverage against Fairy types and Ice types. Because, for those of you that don't know, Steel is super effective on Fairy and Ice types, which Garchomp is incredibly weak to, both of them. Now, we had a little bit of an interesting debate about whether or not to run Outrage or to run this other move called Scale Shot. What Scale Shot does is it hits 2 to 5 times, so the damage is not consistent, but you gain +1 to your speed after the last hit. So your speed becomes multiplied by 1.5 every time you use it. It does have one drawback, you do lose 1 defense. We were originally going to run Scale Shot, However, I think a safer and more, we think a safer and more reliable and consistent option is Outrage. Outrage does 120 damage outright every single time. However, you're locked into it for 2 to 3 turns. So as long as there's no fairy types coming in or any steel types coming in, this is going to be, just 3 solid turns of hopefully netting kills, just 1-hit KOs. This thing hits like a train.
Has stab too.
Yeah, thank you. Has stabbed. It's also dragon type. It does so much damage. Now, you see that it does confuse afterwards. After the 2 to 3 turns, you will become confused. Thankfully, with the Lumberry, I do believe it cures confusion, correct?
Or is confused, yeah.
It says it right in the name, right? So, you go out, you want to use Outrage, you get confused, no problem. Run the Lumberry just in case. Lumberry is also useful just in case somebody wants to come in and burn you. Scald is a very popular move, and it has a 30% chance to burn. On top of that, another move, Will-O-Wisp, is really common on very defensive Pokemon that want to cripple sweepers like Garchomp. So Lumberry will help in that regard as well. For the stats, we're going to invest everything into his speed as much as we can, 252, plus the Jolly Nature, which subtracts some stat points from special attack, but we don't mind at all. We're not a special attacker. That will max out our speed, and then we're going to put the rest into the attack, and we'll stick 4 in defense just in case. And that's really all there is to Garchomp. You want to bring Garchomp in, hopefully to an electric type attack, which he will be immune to. And then...
Bathroom thing? Your toilet is flowing through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Garchomp he's pretty simple to use. You're going to bring him in, hopefully on an electric type attack. If the opponent wants to switch out, you can get a free Swords Dance. Otherwise, you get a nice free big chunk of damage with Earthquake or Outrage. Moving on to Rillaboom. Rillaboom is a brand new Pokemon added in Generation 8. He's one of the grass starters. Rillaboom is really good because it counters 2 threats to Rain Team specifically. This is another example of a Pokemon that you want to bring in solely to counter the weaknesses of your Weather Team. Rillaboom is a grass type. So he resists water and also resists grass. Here's the thing. Those are 2 really common types that are going to take advantage, in this particular case, of the Rain Team. With Pelipper, Swampert, and Barraskewda, they're not going to be able to hit water types very easily. On top of that, they're not going to be able to hit grass types either. Rillaboom will resist grass and water. He will be able to hit water types super effectively, and can even, grass types can't exactly do much to Rillaboom either. A lot of grass types like to run Leech Seed or Powder moves, which grass types are immune to. Now, Rillaboom is special because of his ability. Not many Pokemon get this ability. It's called Grassy Surge. And this is what's going to tie Rillaboom's set all together. This is what he's based around. On Switch In, this Pokemon summons Grassy Terrain. Now, if you're not familiar with terrains are kind of they're another field condition. If you're familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, kind of like a spell card or something like that. What you want to do? You're going to bring in Rillaboom. He's going to get the Grassy Terrain up. Moving on to his moves really quick. Grassy Glide. This move has an incredible synergy with Grassy Surge because user on Grassy Terrain +1 priority. So this move gets priority if you're standing on the grassy terrain. On top of that, it is Stab as a grass move with 70 power, which is not the greatest. However, grassy terrain increases the power of grass type attacks when it's on the field. I'll be demonstrating all of this stuff in a match, hopefully, so you'll be able to see it in action. We're going to run Knockoff. Knockoff is a great tool for Pokemon. It does 1.5 damage if the foe is holding an item. That is 100% of the time. So that's a free 130 base power move that also removes their item. Removing the opponent's item is also... It could be crippling. So it's pretty nice to have at least one Pokemon that knows Knockoff. We're also going to bring Drain Punch. So, Drain Punch is good on bulkier Pokemon like Rillaboom that want to get a little bit of health back that don't have leftovers. On top of that, it's also pretty good coverage for Steel types. We don't have a lot of Fire type attacks on this team because It's a rain team, so bringing fire types is not the greatest idea because you'll have to play around your own rain to avoid using a fire type move in the rain. I mentioned earlier that fire type moves are weakened in a rainstorm. Lastly, we're also going to run U-turn. This is a pretty common theme in the team.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about Rillaboom now.
Alright, keep doing your thing.
Alright. Yeah, so sorry about that. We're gonna use U-turn. Like I said, U-turn is it's just a good pivoting tool. It allows you to, scout and switch into potentially a better option. Lastly, next for the item, we're gonna run the Assault Vest. So the Assault Vest on Rillaboom is interesting because the holder's special defense is multiplied by 1.5, but it can only select damaging moves. So with this set, we are running all damaging moves. This synergizes well with our EV spread because we're investing everything we can into the HP. Rillaboom has a naturally decent defense stat, and then the extra 1.5 into our special defense stat is going to allow you to tank hits pretty nicely with Rillaboom. And we don't have to worry too much about his speed stat because Grassy Glide has priority as long as our ability is up. So we're just going to invest the rest of our points directly into the attack. Rillaboom will hit really hard. It'll be a great option.
I agree.
Great. Okay. Great.
You're looking for special tech?
Special?
There's no special tech for this guy, unfortunately. He's quite a elementary Pokemon.
He isn't. This is an elementary team. That's what I'm going for here. I want to make sure, like I said, this.
Wait till we get to Zap. We'll talk about that.
This team isn't like set in stone. I don't think this is the greatest rain team in the world. It's something we kind of threw together to hopefully give you guys an idea on what to maybe think about making a rain team. Rain teams are also really strong. You can kind of just slap together 6 Pokemon that work well with each other under the rain, and you'll have some fairly decent success.
Final one.
The final one. Lastly, we've got Zapdos. So Zapdos is a really strong Pokemon. Usually, you like to bring Zapdos for the amount of utility it has. Zapdos has a lot of utility because it can defog, it can set up Tailwind, it can Roost. It can Whirlwind, I believe. It may have Whirlwind. Yep. Toxic. It has all kinds of really cool stuff. It can set up screens and everything. However, on top of the huge utility toolbox that Zapdos has, it also has a really cool move pool. It gets moves like Heat Wave, Extra Sensory, Steel Wing, a couple other notable ones. Ancient Power, man. You can take Zapdos in many different directions. The direction that we're going to take it is a hyper offensive. Zapdos works really well in the rain for a couple reasons. One, it can take an electric type hit for the other Pokemon, the other water types, as it's electric and flying. So it takes electric types pretty neutrally, which is nice. It allows you to have a somewhat safe switch into electric types. On top of that, it gets 2 really strong stab moves that both cannot miss when you're in the rain. Thunder and Hurricane. They are the exact same move except one gives stab for electric types and the other gives stab for flying types, and one is electric, one is flying. This is fantastic for Zapdos. It will hit really hard, especially in the rain, because it does not risk missing. We're also going to run Weather Ball, just some extra coverage, and kind of implies, hey, this is a rain team. Power doubles and type varies in each weather. So what that means, in the rain, Weather Ball will become a water type move and will have a power of 100. So it is a pretty hard hitting water type move, just in case, say you come into a rock type and you're Zapdos and you're weak to rock, so you want to get rid of it. Or perhaps any other Pokemon that could be weak to water, and you are in with Zapdos. So moving on to the ability and Life Orb. Zapdos' abilities are pretty simple. Regular ability is Pressure. This is only, I think, useful if you're trying to stall with Zapdos a little bit. Essentially, it just, you lose 1 additional power point, or PP, I think it's called, or it's considered when you use a move, when the enemy uses a move.
When they use a move, they lose an extra PP.
Yeah, that's right. We're, in this case, going to use Static. Static has a 30% chance to paralyze a Pokemon making contact with Zapdos. That's pretty cool because, say, you want to switch in Zapdos to somebody who's physically attacking you with a physical move or contacting move, they'll get paralyzed, and then that status effect halves their speed.
Pretty low percentage, but
Low percentage.
best thing he's got.
Low percentage, but yeah, it's better than nothing. It can come in clutch though. I've had static pull through a lot for me, if it actually procs. On top of that, we've got the Life Orb. The Life Orb really kind of puts Zapdos's offensive capabilities into, the next level. Holder's attacks do 1.3 times damage, and it loses 1/10 of its maximum HP after the attack. So the pros totally outweigh the cons here in this item. This item is great, the Life Orb. If you've never heard of it, if you're new, the Life Orb is an option for people who want to use a choice item like a choice band or a choice specs, but don't want to commit to switching or staying with one move for the entirety that you're in. So Life Orb boosts your attack, your move's attack damage by about 30%, and then you lose 1/10 of your health afterwards. So moves like Thunder will have increased power, Hurricane, increased power, U-turn. It'll all do more damage, which is great. It's all you want. Now for the EV spread. Zapdos is in a pretty decent speed tier. Base 100 gives you 328 at maximum speed capacity. You'll be outspeeding a decent amount of Pokemon, but not every. And then we're just going to put the rest into special attack and 4 into special defense. And that's all I got for Zapdos.
Now for the advanced tech with Chunky Lemons. Now, that's all great, man. I actually do like your build this time.
Okay,
Here's the thing. You want to add a little bit of deception into this Pokemon, this build. Now, you're familiar with the other famous Pokemon, Pikachu, perhaps?
Yeah. No, you had it right.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought it was done. So anyway, now it's an electric type Pokemon, right? And it's yellow. So there's a low chance, but someone out there may be tricked and think their computer's glitched or think that that's actually Pikachu. Now, you don't have to do this. This is optional. But if you want to really fool them, go hardcore with it, and you want to even fool yourself, full immersion, put a light ball on, right? If Pikachu, its attack, special attack are doubled. Now, you're not actually Pikachu, but if you convince yourself and you convince your opponent and you convince the game that you're a Pikachu, you're more Pikachu than Zapdos, then you will actually get the stat boost. So it's just a little bit of a mind game, little spicy build to put on.
That's
So
I have to say, I've never heard of this tech before. But to me, I'm not a very logical guy, so I take many things for face value. I definitely think this is the tech of the ages for sure.
Right.
Fuck yeah.
You want to go into some games?
Excuse me. Yeah. All right. Let's. All right. We'll cut this out.
I'm gonna go ask Ethan if he needs.
Yeah. All right. So we are just gonna hop right into an online battle. I'm just gonna say right now, you can only use this team in the OU or higher tier, because every one of these Pokemon are OU. All right. Let's begin searching. Great. All right. We have a match. So immediately, what I'm seeing right now. I'll give you a little bit of my thought process as I play these. I immediately see Landorus, and I already know that Landorus is a really good lead, and he has 2 terrain setters, which is interesting. So I'll start with Pelipper, get the rain up. Pelipper is usually going to be who you lead with, unless any outstanding circumstances.
Even though, like, I didn't really call you.
Hey. All right, so we're out here. He's Sableye. He's gonna set something up. I'm just gonna Hydro Pump him. He Will-O-Wisp me. That does nothing. Oh, but we miss. So you will find that you'll miss Hydro Pump every now and then, but only 20% of the time. So
with the interview with your camera.
Let's see if we can hit it. There we go. 21% health left. That's fine. He's gonna hex me. We don't care. We're Pelipper. We're bulky.
How's the video going?
Hanging in there.
Okay.
Oh, he recovered. Interesting.
Some
All right.
memes you'll come back to.
Did anyone hear toilet stuff?
You'll have to see when we edit.
Oh.
I don't know.
Sweet.
Oh, you hear in the background? Holy shit!
Now let's see. He brings in the Rillaboom. Okay, so I do not want to lose Pelipper right now. He, like we just saw with my own Rillaboom, has a priority move. So what I'm going to do is switch into my own Rillaboom and try and resist what he's going to try and do. There's a Glassy Glide. Bro, we don't care at all. Now, I am assuming that he doesn't want to stay in here. He might carry Ice Punch. If that's the case, that kind of sucks. I'm gonna guess he's not carrying Ice Punch, and I'm gonna U-turn because I think he's gonna switch out. Crud, he went for Acrobatics. Okay, I forgot that's a thing on Rillaboom.
Why can't he learn Acrobatics?
Now, wait, you took a bit of damage there. You can actually lessen the blow if you go in chat and and you hit him with one of those. Just, hit it for me.
Yeah, easy.
There you go.
All right.
Now they're a little disoriented, so they should make their own play here. Watch, they're gonna stay.
I'm gonna Hurricane him. This is a pretty free Hurricane. Yeah, there's a Quagsire. Totally fine. You like that?
Why does that still do overhead?
Quagsire is actually not a very tanky Pokemon, especially. And dude, the Life Orb Hurricane combo can't miss. Like it's pretty good.
Press the button again.
Press it again. He can't really switch into it. He has to sack off Quagsire.
Does he have any Pokemon I can deal with you?
Just relax.
No. Oh, it did probably have Ice Beam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
They got Ice Beam. Yeah. Are you faster? You're faster. Oh.
317.
I am faster, but he has higher special defense right now.
Right, so how would you turn?
You could. I don't know. But Thunder won't do it.
You see, here's the thing with Tapu Lele, they're usually scarfed. So I'm actually going to go into Swampert. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So here's the thing. He still feels pretty.
Faster though.
He's pretty safe in here. So I want to hit. I'm gonna sack off Swampert so I can get the rain back up with Pelipper. Here's a tip: you cannot switch in your Pokemon that sets up your weather if it's going to die in the same hit. It has to be alive for at least one turn before the rain gets set up if you switch it in. So I'm gonna go right out for an Earthquake. I'll take another Psychic. I'm down for this trade, right? So now he's hurting.
Big Sack special coming in.
All right, thank you, Swampert. Pretty good. We'll come in with Pelipper. I'll take another Hippo. We've got my rain back up here. So let's just go we'll go for a Hurricane. There's a Psychic. Totally fine. And now, here's where we bring in Barraskewda. Barraskewda is what you can consider a revenge killer. It is really fast, and when you bring it in, it's going to flip and hurt. I'm going to go for the Ice Fang. Hopefully, the 5% chance it won't miss. It'll kill Tapu Lele if he decides to stay in. Or if he decides to switch to...
Oh, that'll be great.
If he decides to switch to Landorus or Rillaboom, it'll hit them either.
Landorus is...
So he stayed in. Alright, that's totally fine. Snorlax is definitely coming out, though.
No.
He went to Rillaboom.
What does he have? Thunder Punch?
No, he has, Grassy Glide.
You're fat.
Oh, Grassy.
No,
Glide.
I'm not. He has a priority. He's got priority.
Oh, no.
So
Okay, you're right. I didn't know grassy terrain and rain could be in it.
let's.
Oh, you're gonna sack him?
I'm gonna sack him. So I don't want to. I could have. I was afraid of the Grassy Glide, so I didn't want to switch into Zapdos because that would have hurt. I would have totally been fine if he hit me with Acrobatics, though. That's just the name of the game. Now I get a free Hurricane here. He has to switch. There's Snorlax.
Yeah.
Snorlax is tanky, but not tanky enough.
Wow.
And and we got the Confused.
Nice.
So I'm just gonna go right for the Thunder.
Yeah, you might be able to sweep him if he gets hurt. In the confusion.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or Guavaberry, whatever. Totally
It
fine.
really doesn't.
Body Slam.
Body slam.
Oh.
It hurts.
Okay,
It hurts.
then.
That's okay though.
This is a kill.
Yeah, this is a kill. Unless he has freaking Quick Attack, which I don't think he has.
Rest. Okay.
This is good for him though. Yeah, because we got the Snorlax down. However, the Life Orb did kill us.
Bear, whatever is the best. It can kill both of you, kind of, no? I mean, you're afraid of the grassy slide.
Grassy, no.
But
If you go into Garchomp, like, you know what I mean?
Grassy Glide won't kill Garchomp though. I'll be able to, and he
Oh,
has
it's a crit.
78. I'll take your word for it, Nick. We'll go.
risk for the bisque. See?
He did go into Landorus.
You're welcome.
Nick, that was
Range.
fabulous. Fabulous. That was a fabulous.
Now, you may
play.
not have seen it, but that EC we typed in before gave decision-making fatigue.
Yeah.
He was not able to make the read.
Okay. I'm just gonna go right for the Ice Fang. I'm just gonna go right for it. He was sashed.
Oh, okay.
He exploded. All right, he was
Okay.
sashed. I didn't take that. That is so freaking rare.
That's rare, though.
That is so rare on Landorus. That's okay though because we just gotta outrage. We just gotta outrage him.
Outrage, yeah.
because he can grassy glide me. If he grassy glides me, he's gonna take 1/8.
Sometimes the sword stance, you're just gonna go for the.
If he grassy glides me, he kills me. I'm just faster. He didn't even. Oh wait, I'm dead. Oh no.
No, you're fine, dude.
We're good. I thought he killed me. Yeah. So that interaction, I don't know why he didn't go for grassy. He went for a knockoff. I outraged him. Yeah, this was the first game.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Easy.
So he hit me, didn't kill me. I hit him. It got him just enough in the range so that my rough skin ability got him. So
when he even played perfectly.
yeah, like I said, rough skin. It's not the best ability in the world for Garchomp because he's not really a tank. However, it'll really come in handy when you're trying to net some kills.
Maybe he went for knockoff because he didn't know you had rough skin. He hadn't hit you yet. So he went for knockoff knowing that Grassy Knoll has priority, and he would have thought he could have killed you. He was going to weaken you a little bit and then one-shot you.
That is true.
I mean, I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
And then he's like, wait, he has rough skin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Garchomp's other ability, we were talking about, it's Sand Veil, which is literally illegal. It's literally illegal.
Yeah. That's like the accuracy one.
Yeah.
In a sense.
We have time for one more battle, just in case you want another one. We'll try and see.
Yeah.
Can't just do it one time and call it quits.
Got 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. We'll see if we can get the win.
Tournament rules. Here we go.
This is an interesting team.
What? Oh, Neo King.
All right, so he's running.
Crawdaunt. Adios. What the
Who's
fucking
that
other
other
the
dude?
bird?
So he's running Urshifu. It's not actually fighting in dark. That is a glitch. He's fighting in water type.
That's a glitch.
He could lead with Roserade. He could lead with Latias. He could lead with Corviknight. So I'm actually gonna bring in Barrascuda because he's really fast and I can just scout him. So he went for Urshifu. That's totally fine. I'm gonna just flip turn. I don't even mind. Flip turn, 23%. He might go for bulk up. I don't care. We're gonna bring in Pelipper.
Yeah, get your speed online. What does that mean? What's the worst he can do? Oh!
What's the worst he can do? Thunder Punch.
Yo, cut
Alright.
this part out.
That's okay though. We now that just puts us on a 7-turn timer. Before we are a regular team. We are still in a really good spot here. So I can go into Rillaboom, or I can go into Zapdos. I'm gonna go into Zapdos. Right? And then he knows Thunder's coming, or Hurricane's coming. I'm gonna go for Hurricane. We're gonna see what this happens. There's a Latios, totally fine. You can take that.
Dude, you should give me $1 every time you say totally fine.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I saying that a lot?
A lot.
Sorry.
Like every time he hits you.
Like, you lose a Pokemon, totally fine.
Totally fine. So I'm gonna do U-turn. U-turn actually does a pretty nice chunk of damage.
And we'll be totally fine switching out.
And we're gonna switch into Swampert. Went for the
That was
recover.
smart.
Interesting. Okay, so he's trying to stick around for a while. Yeah, I'm just gonna Stealth Rock. Psyshock, don't care, bro.
Totally fine.
Totally fine.
Oh, you're gonna hit me.
I know.
What the hell? I don't know. That's some like abuse and shit. No. Like you reflexively like that. What the hell's going on? What were you doing for it?
All right. Let's earthquake him.
You're teaching me a lesson.
I'm fine. Okay.
Oh my god.
Why'd you use earthquake?
Yeah. This is why I say I'm not the best battler in the world. I totally forgot that this guy gets levitate.
I thought you predicted.
I'm just a dummy.
Okay.
So we're gonna flip turn out of here. I don't want to stay in. He's just gonna whittle me and recover. There's a Crawdaunt. This one's actually totally fine because I'm gonna go.
Switch into the super effective.
That's exactly right. I'm gonna switch into Rillaboom.
Ice beam.
I think.
Nah.
I don't know.
No.
All right. So he doesn't want to be hit by a grass type move. So I could either knock off whoever comes in, or I can maybe try and land a drain punch if he just stays.
Well, who do you think's the most likely for him to switch into?
Corviknight.
Yeah, Corviknight.
Definitely Corviknight.
So probably not drain punch. I'd go for knockoff.
Yeah.
To at least get his stuff off.
Good point. He knocked me off.
Oh my god.
But you have priority though.
I do have priority. Yeah, that was a ballsy move by him. That was a ballsy move.
He has to switch now, right? Is he crazy?
He does have to
I
switch.
played safe.
I am gonna play.
No!
And he brought the
He had
Aqua
a
Jet.
plan! Oh my god!
That's such a big brain move.
Yeah.
That's literally insane.
Whoa, he knew.
That's unfortunate. I didn't think he was gonna go for that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of Crawdaunt 101. Shoot, I should have known he brought Aqua Jet. Let's go into Zapdos.
Going to Pikachu.
And then I'm gonna U-turn again. Predict, because if he stays in, he's super effective. Or if he switches in a Latios, it's also super effective. Yeah.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Zapdos.
Yeah.
He's only shot in one person.
Alright, what's his
right
best
now.
attack that he can do?
Dude, that's Zapdos.
Knockoff. He's literally gonna knock off.
Oh, I guess there's no really great.
There's no great thing. It's okay, Swampert. I don't think I can take another hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think he might Aqua Jet just in case. Flip turn again. Crazy.
If I live, I want Stealth Rocks up. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather get my rocks up.
You thought you were faster.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll go for another Aqua Jet. And he's a. Oh.
That's okay. Alright. So, I know I'm faster with him than in Zapdos, so I'm just...
So you don't have to rain up. This kind of throws his whole kit.
Still gonna U-turn.
Okay.
Just gonna kill him. And then I get to switch out of Zapdos, because I don't want to be in with Zapdos right now, because I can't
Just the plays,
check
the
with him.
losing Pelipper, one hit. The Aqua Jet.
Mm-hmm. Alright, there's Nidoking. This is... I kind of want to be here, because now I can go into Barraskewda, and I get a free flip turn.
Yeah, even if he switches. I don't think he will. I think he's at. Oh, he doesn't have it. Alright, fair enough.
Perfect. Flip turn, nice damage, in we go with the Zapdos. Scare. Does he even know I have Thunder? No. So he might think I have flipping Thunderbolt.
It's
I'm
a
gonna.
risk, but
We go for it. Yeah.
Damn.
That's
RNG. Is your friend.
RNG, and then that's just a 50-50. Will we switch or will he not? Do you think I'm gonna do it?
Why didn't he switch to new?
He thought I was gonna U-turn again.
There you go.
That's why U-turn's so good.
Roserade.
Roserade. I'm faster than Roserade. I'm gonna test my luck, and I'm gonna go for Hurricane.
Okay. Nice.
Right
oh
on.
my goodness.
Right on.
Okay.
Hold
Almost even here.
on. Making a comeback. Not even a rain team anymore. It's a team.
It's just a team. This is where Nidoking really shines. I'm not in a position. I'm not in a position to hit him or KO him. So I'm kind of forced to switch, or I sack the Zapdos, and I don't want to sack him yet.
Yeah. So if you switch into the Barski, like you'll sack him, right? It'll probably do a lot of damage to him.
I don't want to sack him either. This is the only way that I'm gonna be able to kill
Garchomp?
this
So
thing.
you can either U-turn to Garchomp or.
Could you turn to Garchomp?
Is Garchomp faster than him? Probably.
Yes,
Like,
but
a lot faster.
I'm calling right now. I'm about to eat an Ice Beam for breakfast.
You got to. I mean,
You see, if he
might
does,
die in one hit.
if he will he go for Ice Beam on my very low health? We'll go into Garchomp. Let's see. He went for Sludge Wave. Perfect. I resist Sludge Wave. All right, great. I was smelling an
does
Ice
he
Beam.
have Ice Beam? Oh, you can
That's
kill
your-
him.
But assuming he's not scarfed, I outspeed him.
Well, if he
And
has a
you-
scarf, you can't use Ice Beam.
But if he switches, you can Swords Dance for free.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna. I was hovering over Earthquake. However, obviously gonna go into
Go for the
Latios.
big layoff.
Big brain. High risk, high reward.
I'm gonna go for Outrage because Latios is faster than me.
But he might not switch.
Okay.
It'll still kill him.
Okay, it won't kill him.
Yeah, it will.
Oh.
Dude,
Dude, what do you mean? That didn't kill him. It's Ghost.
Nidoking, unfortunately, was really frail.
It's a damn shame. He doesn't look frail. He's a big
No.
boy.
I thought it was a little bit.
He is not. Now, here's the thing with Latios. Recover, Psy Shock, and Def... Alright, yeah,
He's gonna
no.
Aqua
He's... Or...
Outrage. Just
You
outrage.
can't do anything else.
You know, he's gonna... Yeah, he's gonna... Will that kill?
No.
Aqua Jet?
I don't. It's
Dude.
It's
It's a low power move.
He has... It is Stab, he has Adaptability.
You
He
don't
does
have
have
a
no
choice.
item. He does, yeah,
But he's
I
a
guess
life
I
orb.
don't...
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. See.
On the Rough Skin
It's
kills him
not-
anyway.
It's not super effective.
Oh.
Sorry.
oh, right. It's not because you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or here's the
Okay,
Urshifu.
this guy.
Alright, I am just... Because I don't want to become confused. And then...
You have Lumberry.
Oh, yeah!
Oh,
Does that work? I
what's
guess.
the point? It cures confusion.
Huh.
Is he faster though? No, he's not. Is he fast? I didn't see his speed.
Oh, no, I'm faster than him.
Okay, then outrage.
Mega
Just kill him. Right? Is he gonna die?
Oh.
That's a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was a
No.
crit. That was a crit.
Rough skin.
Oh my god, that's... You don't understand. That move hits 3 times. He quit.
See how clutch that was?
Oh, and a rage quit from messing up. So
Wow. I think that kind of proves it.
That does kind of. I mean,
Right?
we're a team of 3, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
I
we
don't
are-
know,
we
it's
are
not
a team.
even.
Easy, no trees.
No trees.
So we didn't even have. All right, viewers. We didn't even have the rain up, and we still were able to outplay this
I'm
guy.
ranking this team.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good.
I think 2's pretty fair. We got 2 wins
2
in
out
a
of
row.
3,
That's a 2
yeah.
out of 3.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Or you can, yo guys, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Make sure to subscribe to Chunky Lemons. He's pretty good. And
Ant doesn't have a YouTube channel.
I don't. Don't look me up.
however, you can find
Nope,
guest
nope.
appearances on Notcast.
And